graduate student, helping students learn is the thing I'm most proud of all the things that I've accomplished. And I've been fortunate enough to really receive a lot of appreciation and gratitude from my students for the work that I've put into my teaching. But I think that receiving this award on top of that is sort of like icing on the cake. It's a really good feeling.
It's showing me that the way I've been going about stuff is correct, at least. And it lets me know also that the fun I've been having while doing it is not misspent. It's even helping me out do my job.
One of my absolute favorite things to do when I'm in charge of teaching a math class is to introduce extra credit problems, which I like to call problems of the week. And these are sort of recreational problems that I give my students as sort of a break from the regular math curriculum and as a way to show them more interesting, fun areas of mathematics. And I find that this really helps students to think more creatively and think in a more mathematical way when they're trying to solve problems. One of my favorite ones was a game that I introduced to my students, which is a really simple math game. And the goal was for them to beat me once in this game that sort of I created. And to see what students came up with in trying to beat me, I mean, they'd work on it for hours, they would consult friends from other universities, they would look at papers online, and one student of mine actually, after researching this problem, finally beat me after like weeks of trying. And that was one of the most satisfying feelings as a teacher, to see your student get the better of you through mathematical research.
In getting students to learn, but also to see things from different points of view, I think letting them hit a brick wall is an important part of it. And letting them find their own way out is, I think, a technique that I do use. The other trick is to present different points of view constantly, because that way they can get out of this maze that they might feel they're inside, and just by seeing from a different point of view, they might find their way out easier.
It's absolutely crucial to engage my students in the learning process. I try to lecture as little as possible. I try to make it more of a discussion atmosphere so that my students are more interested. I try to ask lots of questions. I ask just as many questions as I get, if not more. And that sort of creates an environment where asking questions is not only allowed, but it's actually encouraged.
If you're okay being ridiculous in front of the class, you're gonna do better, because little things like student reactions or questions that you might not be fully prepared to answer at that moment, instead of feeling self-conscious or defensive, you laugh or you sidestep the problem and you make jokes, and they feel like they can mess up as well, because error is in everything we do in a classroom, and you have to be comfortable with it.
Math education has been a passion of mine since high school, when I used to tutor my friends in class. I don't think I could see a day where I'm not teaching mathematics. I think I want to do this as long as I live.